For example, I'm gonna solve problem 108 to see how the polar coordinate works. In this problem, we have this particle which at the moment it is moving along this line with the velocity of 10 meters per second. And the question is, what is r dot and what is theta dot? So based on polar coordinates, which I'm gonna have r dot theta dot in those equations, so I have to use this polar coordinate here. ER direction is gonna be along OP. So this is my ER direction. And perpendicular to it, it's gonna be E theta. We can actually show it here, or sometimes it might be better, or it makes it easier to show it here. This is my E theta direction. It doesn't matter if you put it there or here, because it just shows the direction. So, and also the actual velocity is this one. So, based on polar coordinates, velocity in the radial direction is equal to r dot. And let me use a different color. Velocity in the radial direction is equal to r dot. And the component of the velocity here in the radial direction is gonna be this v, 10 meters per second, times cosine of this in the negative direction. So it's gonna be negative 10 times 10 times, if I call this angle alpha, it's gonna be negative 10 times cosine of alpha. So if I know what is alpha, I can put it here, so I'm gonna be able to find r dot. And in the same way, velocity in the theta direction, based on the equations which you saw in previous video, velocity in the theta direction is r theta dot. And in this problem, the component of the velocity in the theta direction, perpendicular to r, is going to be velocity times sine of theta, but in the negative direction with respect to e theta. So it's going to be negative 10 times sine of alpha. But what is this alpha? We need to find this alpha. From the geometry, if you look at this, the total angle here is going to be the tangent inverse of 5 divided by 4. And if you subtract 30 from it, you're going to be able to find alpha. So alpha is equal to tangent inverse of 5 over 4 minus 30 degree, which is going to be 21.3. And also, in this equation, we need to know what is r. R is going to be a square root of 4 squared plus 5 squared, right? So r is going to be equal to 5 squared plus 4 squared root squared. It's going to be 6.4 meter. So combining all of these, r dot is going to be negative 10 times cosine of 21.3 is going to be negative 9.31 meter per second. And from this equation, theta dot is going to be negative 10 times sine of 21.3 divided by r, which is 6.4. So theta dot is going to be equal to negative 0.568 radian per second.